your favorite game, and winner gets a cash prize, 10, 15 bucks. But you know, that replay could earn you 10, 15 bucks if it's, one. We'll kind of go from there once we get more games casted and seeing how it goes. Without further ado, guys, let's get the first game going. This is going to be from, which one is this game? There it is. User submitted Zeta. This is a StarCraft 2 Zeta. Sometimes he's in chat, so you guys make sure you throw him a quick follow on Twitch. That is SC2 Zeta on Twitch. Make sure you give him a shout out. Let him know that Draven's casting his games. I sent him a little text earlier that have his games up, and we'll try to get them going for you guys right now. Thank you guys so much again for everyone that's tuned in, and hopefully you guys enjoy the game. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Oh, hey, that's not the right one. It is. Sorry, guys. Swapping this up here. Break is F3. Okay, that's always been okay. In game, I need to clear this out. And it's casting. That's F1. There we go. Nope. 2 is now messed up. Sorry, guys. I thought I had this fixed, but clearly. In-game, intro, casting, countdown. Where's the out? Wait. In-game, out-of-game. There it is. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Break is the wrong one too. Wait, no. What the heck? Break should be break. That is break. Oh, you know what? Because the ESO one of it has... There we go. Clear that out. Sorry about this, guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I thought I had all that taken care of, so I do apologize, guys. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Spawning in the bottom right position, the red Terran player from C Dojo Clan. It is Warbird. And spawning in the top left position is the blue Terran player. This is the user submitted replay. Zeta sent me a lot of his games, so I'm super excited to get his games up and running. Is the blue Terran player. It is Zeta. Both players, TVT is a very interesting matchup. It's almost like you would with the PvP where both players do very similar styles. Pause gets called. It's a replay, so pretty sure it skips. There we go, yeah. I was pretty sure it skips the pause on the replay. The Reaper here from Zeta kind of scouting around, making sure he's not being cheesed. Which, in TVTs it happens quite frequently. Two Reapers are now out for Zeta. We'll see what kind of damage he decides to do with that. He just kind of looks like he's just waiting for an attack that he's expecting to come, but hasn't yet. Warbird, very interesting type of wallowing off here. It doesn't do the typical barracks up here at the front that again we see from Zeta. Zeta coming out with 2 Reapers and a Cyclone. He's going to have a 3rd Reaper on the map. Warbird going for that quick tech for that Banshee, that Cloak Banshee. When he fights against a Terran, it's a little bit harder with that scan because the scan, energy takes a long time to kind of rebuild back up. So if you could bait out a scan with that Cloak Banshee, run away and come back, you can start doing some crazy damage. Here's a Widowmine right up here in the front for Warbird. If Zeta's not careful, this Widowmine might do a lot of damage. Hits the Cyclone. There we go. And Cyclone coming in now. 1 Reaper dropping, 2nd Reaper dropping, and the Banshee from Warbird is now heading all the way to Zeta's base. And engineering beer starting for Zeta. Zeta also working on that the base here, but the problem here is that Zeta is going to have, he's got no detection. He is getting a Raven out, which is going to be great for when that Cloak Banshee comes out, but he has enough for 1 scan. Banshee's here, gets that SCV that gets that cancel on that command center. Banshee floating around, And here they go. He's going to start going after the SUVs here. He's going to go after the missile turret. Scan going off. Only one Marine here. It's going after. Oh, Banshee focusing down that turret, but that turret was able to get up in time. And I'm getting 2 kills with that Banshee. I mean, it's still a decent number of hits. Still a decent number of hits and units to get lost, but still, it's still an early game to call from either side. And Warbird now getting that third base, going to be up and running. Zeta with that Banshee that came in. He had his command center get paused there for a little bit because the SCV was taken down by that Banshee. So here we go. Oh, there it is. Here comes a drop. 2 Cyclones going to go from the north side of Warbird's base, and there's a Raven going to try to come in from the south side a little bit of Warbird's base. And we'll see what kind of damage either player is going to they're going to do right now. Here comes the Raven. He's going to try to drop the missile turret. There it is. The auto turret tanks landing on top of it. Some good damage gets done. And here comes some Cyclones. They're going to try to get down as many SCVs as they can right now. Unfortunately for Zeta, he's not dropping it. There we go. Drops it. Gets an SCV kill. We'll see how many he starts getting. 3 workers, 4 workers. 5 workers so far. I mean, these are good numbers being hit right now. Zeta, good job with that. Dropping that Cyclone, getting down these SCVs. I mean, this is a lot of workers. Killed 9 so far. And more Cyclone just getting microed down a little bit with that medevac. Great job there from Zeta. Doing some great damage to Warbird. Getting the catch on one of these engineering bases. At least pausing it for a little bit there. Warbird also has his 3rd command center up and ready, gaining energy. So when he lifts that up and drops at the nearby mineral patch, depending on which one he goes to, he's going to start being able to drop a lot of mules and start really getting benefited from that, the mineral increase from that. Engineering bay. Finishing up here now from Zeta. Zeta just now starting that 3rd command center. He knows he's a little bit behind when that dropship came in with those Cyclones. He was able to spot that there was a command center on the field, at least a 3rd command center from Warbird. Oh, let's see. So he was able to see that is almost right there. Raven's here with it and 1 medevac. I wonder if Warbird's going to go for some sort of drop here at the moment. Our other player just kind of hanging out right now. They're just making sure they're not going to get dropped here. I mean, Terran versus Terran, you got to obviously be careful for the drops. And if you send out a drop and not have enough at your base to kind of handle any other drop thereafter, you might have some problems to deal with. So Zeta's kind of hanging tight here. Has plenty of tanks. Where's that scan going? Oh, there we go. Plenty of tanks and units here to stop any kind of harassment that would come. These drops here, full of Marines, should be able to pick off a few SCVs. Tank in perfect position, getting a lot of kills off of this. Destroying that drop, no problem. And 23 workers total killed from Zeta and Warbird, just not able to do the same kind of damage back to Zeta. And Zeta's, holding on. He's without, that 1 harassment so far is kind of proven to be great here for Zeta. And so Zeta's just, gearing up, getting those upgrades that we see. He's got the armory. Hasn't started upgrades on the armory just yet. But it looks like he will be trying to move that 3rd base in position here eventually. Orbital command for Warbird, this 3rd command center, hasn't decided to lift off or anything like that yet. So he's kind of just hanging tight there, making SCVs. Reaper versus Hellion action. That just looks cool. here comes Warbird on the warpath. Zeta has a vision of the Zanaga Tower, but he's just going to miss that attack moving out. And Warbird decides to push back. I'm not too sure exactly what he's necessarily waiting for, but we'll see what... Alright, there he goes. Now he's on the attack. Zeta still has no idea this is coming, but that third base from Zeta is going to be under attack here from Warbird. Warbird is going on the warpath. The Ravens, they're going to come in. They're going to see that third base up, and they're going to start doing damage to it. That missile turret is there, though. Going to get down the Raven. A couple more hits on that Raven. Missile turret gets down by the Marines here. Scan going off, sees it. And Zeta pushing forward on top of this army, but he does not want to fight this. He's got plenty of tanks for the support here. And Scan's going off, giving vision of those Marines. Marines stemming forward. The medevac wants to drop those Marines on top of Zeta's army. And Warbird did a great job at stopping that third base from Zeta from getting up. And the Scan's going off on both parties. More Marines and tanks coming in right now. And the upgrades are basically on par with each other. The only difference is that there's going to be Marauders here coming out from from Zeta. It looks like he's getting that Marauder upgrade. More Vikings are here, but the +2 armor and range upgrade are no, it's about a 20-second lead going towards Zeta on the upgrade part. Unfortunately for Zeta, he's not able to see the vision right here, right now. There goes a scan going off, and Vikings are was given the high ground vision for Warbird's tanks, but now they are pushing back, and now Zeta is on the warpath. Zeta wants to. Sorry, guys. Replying a couple things. Now Zeta's on the warpath. He wants to give the dose of damage back to Warbird. Warbird behind this was able to secure his third base, and unfortunately for Zeta, he ended up losing. Had to he had to lift his third base up. Plenty of tanks here, giving good support to Zeta's army. Scan going off. But the tanks are just out of position, unfortunately. And there's a drop here in the back for Zeta, clearing out this mineral launcher, doing a lot of SCV damage here. Medevac is here trying to support this army, but the Marines push it back, and Warbird's army was able to clean that up. But if you look at the supply count, 40 workers killed so far. Zeta has killed 40 workers. I mean, that is absolutely insane. As a Terran player, you could definitely make that up with the mule, so I mean, it's not super game ending, but still, I mean, 40 workers is just a gnarly amount of workers to be destroyed versus only 11 workers that Zeta has lost. More Marines are coming out here, and the +3 upgrades have now started for Zeta. They won't be completed anywhere in time, but with the perfect timing on this, we'll see what kind of attack they may do. The Marines are here giving support to the tanks. Vikings are here on Liberators in Liberation mode. Oh, perfect. Trying to bait out the Marines coming out. That's what they do. And the tanks getting decent hits on top of these Marines. There's only a couple medevacs here from Warbird to support this army. And look at that cross-country mining. I mean, Zeta has his third base up now. That tank kind of putting himself out of position. Marines from Warbird kind of getting caught and auto-attacking straight to Zeta's army. Scan going off. Both players just want to keep an eye on the other army. Warbird just does not want to lose his third base. He's doing such a good job of holding off Zeta. Zeta wasn't able to secure his third base, but now Zeta, with his positioning right now, is able to secure that third base. Not to mention get a fourth base right now. Here's a drop coming now from Warbird. Looks like Warbird's going to go try to fly straight up into the third base of Zeta that he doesn't necessarily know that is there yet. So there's nothing here to support this army, and it looks like Zeta might get his base cleared out yet again. Tanks put themselves in siege mode, but Zeta's tanks are not in siege mode yet, and the Marines are here, and they're trying to get down all the tanks. And the last little bit of Warbird's army is pushing forward. The +3 is not finished up yet. Zeta's doing a great job at holding this off, but it looks like there's just a little too much here from Warbird. And Zeta is forced all the way back, and his third base is getting completely destroyed by Warbird. Warbird, with a small bio attack, pushes out Zeta's third base and getting more SCV kills. Now it's 40 to 26 in terms of SCV kill count, and the medevac is flying up here. They're going to boost forward. They're going to run into missile turrets, though. And there's only a couple Marines here that are left, and now Warbird is on the attack. Liberators are here to try to support this, try to take down those medevacs and the Vikings that are in this army. Oh, interesting enough, Zeta decides to go for a third base right there, but Warbird's going to see it, and it's going to get canceled out here. Oh, it doesn't get canceled out, unfortunately, but there goes the scan going off. Warbird sees that third base, sees that it's completely undefended right now, and he's going in for the attack again. Here we go, Liberators in liberation mode. The Vikings get down one of the Liberators. Now the Vikings are going after the command center. If they could cripple Zeta right now, this is proved to be such disaster. But right now, Zeta has a 3 of 3 upgrades with the Marines and the Marauders. With this, the medevacs are doing everything they can to heal up the last little bit of the Marines. There's only tanks here. Tanks and Marines and Vikings support Warbird's army, and the only thing that Zeta has left is Marines, and that's all he's able to afford to build right now. He's only mining technically out of one base right now, while Warbird has at least 2 full mining bases going. And Zeta needs the attack of all attacks. Stems forward once again on top of those tanks, but just was not able to do it. SCVs are here. A lot of SCVs are going down now. Medevacs are here to try to support the SCV army. Pick them up, but the Vikings are here. And GG gets called, and Warbird takes the game from Zeta. Great job from either player. Zeta doing a crippling damage at the start of that game, but just wasn't able to recover from it, unfortunately, in the end. And yeah, so Zeta loses that one. Guys, this is SC2 Zeta in chat. So if you guys want to throw him a follow on Twitch, he'll definitely support that. And appreciate that, of course. And I appreciate you guys just showing up into the chat. This is the Draven Does It All, casting your replay, or your submitted replay. So make sure you guys send them in so I can cast them for you guys. It's I really enjoy doing this, and I want to make sure all right, guys. I appreciate it very much. You guys have yourself a good one. I'm going to throw it to a quick break, throw on some music, and we're going to get another game going. And I'll be back. For fools, but that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget to talk.
woke up late in the morning light, and the day has just begun. She opened up her eyes and thought, oh what a morning. It's not a day for work, it's a day for catching down. Just lying on the beach and having fun. She's gonna get you. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is another baby. Yeah. Then the day is right. She's under your the box. The gentle voice that talks to you won't talk forever. It is a night for passion, but the morning means goodbye. Real one is flashing in her eyes. She's gonna get you. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants. All that she wants. It's another baby. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is another baby. Yeah. All that she wants. All that she wants. All that she wants. Baby, can you see I'm calling? A guy like you should wear a warning. It's dangerous, I'm falling. There's no escape, I can't wait. I need a hit, baby, give me it. You're dangerous, I'm loving it. Too high, can't come down. Losing my head,
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Draven, of course, and you are watching the Draven Does It All, where I'll be casting your submitted replays. Make sure you guys send me your replays to dravenreplay@gmail.com, and I'll cast them in the chat, or excuse me, in the stream, and I'll throw them on YouTube for you if you would like. Just gotta let me know if you want them on YouTube. I got sent a lot of games, and so I should be doing this as every day, or at least as often as possible, for at least 4 or 5 hours a day. So you guys make sure you guys keep up with the channel and tune in as often as you can to be able to watch the game. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We're casting some games that a user sent to me. This is SE2 Zeta. If he's in chat, make sure you guys give him a follow on his Twitch. He will totally appreciate that. Right now, like I said, we're watching Zeta's games. He sent me about 30. So, without further ado, let's get it going. Spawning in the bottom right position, the red Terran player, user submitted replays, it is Zeta. And spawning in the top left position is the blue Zerg player, it is Voodoo. And Voodoo went early gas. Early pool, was doing everything on one base, and just to get that speed upgrade, he wants to get inside this base as quickly as possible. And as you can see, he's kind of running around, not going in any kind of line of sight that would happen from Zeta and that Reaper. So this Reaper is going to be able to get, or that Reaper sees the Lings, and he's going to be able to catch it. The speed upgrade is about to finish in about the next 10 seconds here. We'll see how many Lings get in this base. There's nothing here for Zeta at the moment in terms of defense, but I guess he's just waiting for... Then, oh, there we go. The supply depot goes up. Speed upgrade has finished here from Voodoo, excuse me, from Zeta. And Voodoo just decides to run back and calls it quits and was like, nope, I had enough. I'm not even going to attempt to go up there. But there we go. Okay. Marines are here going to take out Voodoo's Overlord. We call this the Draven Overlord, losing it within the first couple minutes of the match. That is what my buddy Novak likes to call the Draven Overlord, because I always lose my Overlord like that when I play Zerg. Lings are here. Where's that scan going off? Lings are here kind of stopping that second base from Zeta being established here. Lings move out of the way just in time. They're going to be able to see that command center. And then we'll see if they react in time from seeing it. There they go. Now they see it, and they're going to try to get under it to stop it from landing. Obviously, I still think he should be able to land on and squish units. That'd be badass. A lot of Marines here are going to try to do everything they can to destroy these Lings. Reaper's coming back here as well to do extra damage for these Lings. And Voodoo, decided to branch into it, getting his second base. And that early opening, I think, was just to try to get as much damage as he could get done. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do much. And right after the 4-minute marker, we do see that Voodoo's going for a third base at this, behind all this. Is that going with that going with the wall? Interesting enough, he's decided to put the engineering barriers right here in the front. I mean, it's a great way to wall off, but it's just a interesting choice. You're not going to be able to move this, and so hopefully the supply depot space is enough for Zeta. Looks like a drop is going to come down here for Zeta. Another medevac is out. All the Marines are there, and they're going to start flying. They're going to run right into this Overlord. Voodoo sees it coming and should act accordingly. A queen is here, but that's not going to be enough. There's only a few Lings on the map, and They're a huge attack attempting to come down. Overlord gets sniped here as well, and that's a lot of links here from Voodoo. We'll see if he's going to be able to hold off this attack. Medevacs are here, stem forward from Zeta. Lings are here, microing back as best they can with Zeta. Zeta puts himself in the corner. He gets down the Queen, but there's a lot of links here. Spore Crawlers here going after that Medevac. Medevac's taking some damage and snipes the Queen. Doesn't get any worker kills out of it. May have gotten that one, but I think that one was from the SUV that was, or excuse me, the drone that was there earlier. And Ling's kind of going on the counterattack, but they're not going to get far. There's a lot of Marines here that's going to stop, and this wall is a decently sized wall. Baneling Nest has started, though, from Voodoo, and we do see the melee and Carapace upgrade is about to finish up here from Voodoo. And these Lings, if they morph into the Banes, we'll see how much damage they're going to be able to do to Zeta's base. Like I said, he has the engineering bay up here at the front, and Voodoo dropping that changeling, getting spotted there right away. Liberator from Zeta flying around, trying to pick off Overlords. Might put himself in liberation mode over here in the back, but there's a Spore Crawler there. Here comes two more drops from Zeta. He's going to go after that third base. He really wants to punish Voodoo right now. Zeta going in for that drop. It is spotted a little bit to the right here from Voodoo's Overlord. And Liberator mode in the back and doing some damage there. 4 kills so far. At the same time, here comes an attack from Zeta. Zeta pushes forward, going after that Spore Crawler. Spore Crawler targeting down the Medevac. There it is, getting it down. There we go, saving that Medevac, taking down the Spine Crawler as well. And now going after the Queens, getting drone kills, putting himself in the corner so that way the Lynx can't get the surround on top of it. Going after the last little bit of the drones, putting himself kind of candy quarter in that, and doing a great job getting 18 worker kills from that huge attack. And Zeta picking apart Voodoo here a little bit. Lava Liberator doing some damage there in the back as well. Speed upgrade for the Banes have finished up here from Voodoo. And now the melee and Carapace upgrade has started for Voodoo. And those Lings are going to start doing a lot of damage, especially the Banes. But at the same time, we do see the upgrades from Zeta started as well with the Marauder upgrade. So we might start seeing a lot of Marauders thrown out on the map, but unfortunately, there's only one barracks that has the tech lab, and it's building Marines at the moment. So that concussive shot from the Marauders, it's going to be great to have, but it's really not going to be able to do much. Zeta walling off some more. I mean, he's doing such a great job at kind of sieging himself in. Widowmine's trying to do some more damage. Did they get some more hits? Oh, yeah, they got, a decent number of hits with those Widowmines. And Spire was made, and it's gotten that upgrade from the Spire, but there's no mutas on the map yet, and the Lynx are just kind of flying or rolling around here. Not going to be able to catch it. Widowmine burrow randomly, there we go. Oh, look how much is left on the Widowmine. There we go, triggered both of them right now. And it looks like the drops are attempting to come in. There we go. Widowmines are getting cleaned up now. And there's a huge Marine push coming out from Zeta. Voodoo has his upgrade. He is 2 of 2 right now, plus the Baneling upgrade. And he's going to be fighting on creep. Zeta does not have his upgrade yet. Another 10 more seconds, and they'll be tier 2 versus tier 2. And he needs to push on forward. He's on top of the creep now. Widowmines are placed. Good positioning on the Widowmines. Bane's coming in. All the Widowmines missing completely. Bane's clearing up Zeta's army. More Lynx coming after Zeta's army. Zeta having to pick up and pull all the way back. And now the army supply from Zeta is dwindling. But the tier 2 upgrade is now finishing up here from Zeta. And now they're on tier 2 versus tier 2. Voodoo taking his 4th base behind this. But more Marines and Widowmines are coming out here from Zeta. Zeta needs to put on the aggression, needs to take this win away from Voodoo. Scan going off, seeing the army, steps forward, knows there's not that many Banes with the army. Widow Mines get burrowed, and Banes landing on top of the Widow Mines. Good connection hits with the Banes. Not that many Banes left with this army. And a decent amount of damage was done to Zeta's armies, but the Zeta bio is just getting too large right now. Overseer getting sniped out of the air. The Widow Mines aren't going to be able to get detected anymore. And Voodoo going with more links, and now the tier 3 upgrades from Zeta are coming out. And Zeta is fighting on the creep. I don't know if this is a good idea to be fighting on the creep, especially with these Banes are morphing in. They're almost done. Is Zeta going to be able to get this Banes down before the Banes get morphed in all the way? And here they go. The Banes are now done. And Zeta trying to spread out his army. Banes are coming in, rolling on top of the creep, putting himself in the corner. Good pickup from Zeta. Zeta saving majority of his army. Going to pull away here a little bit. And Zeta decided to take his 4th base behind this. He needs to stay on par with the Zerg army. You do not want the Zerg army to start getting further and further ahead in terms of bases. More Lings coming in, fighting on top of the creep. Banes are here getting good connection shots on top of Zeta's army. Zeta's army is dwindling a little bit, but he's reinforcing it more Marines. All the Banes are now exploded. A lot of Widow Mines are here. And Widow Mines doing good connection hits on top of the Banes, but there's 2 Marines and 2 Widow Mines are here. And a Voodoo upgrading to Hive. He needs to get on par in terms of upgrades, but the 3 of 3 from Zeta is about to finish, and these Marines are going to start ripping through those Zerglings and those Banes. That lonely queen. Lings are here. They're going to try to get this around, but there's so many Widow Mines in here. Good Widow Mine shots. Banes coming in, getting rid of the last little bit of the Widow Mines, and the 3 of 3 upgrade is about to finish for Zeta, and Zeta is going to start ripping through these Lings. More Banes are coming in. 22 Lings on the map, and this is all basically what Zeta's been doing so far. Voodoo's been fighting with is Lings. And here we go, a Ling run by going to go after that 4th base of Zeta. Great pick off here. He's actually going to get a lot of the mules down and forces the cancel on that planetary fortress. But he's fighting off the creep now. And so Zeta will be able to micro back the Lings, or his Marines a lot better, since he should be off the creep. And he doesn't have to worry about the Banes coming in and destroying his army. 16 Banes morphing in right now from Voodoo. Voodoo has the Hive upgrade, but he hasn't really decided to go for that tier 3 tech yet. And Zeta has that too. There we go. As soon as I say it, there we go. We do see the attack speed increase for the Lynx upgrade started. Now the armor and melee upgrade for the Lynx have started for the tier 3. Right now these Marines are 3 of 3. And they're going to go after Voodoo's 4th base right now. Liberator going to put himself in liberation mode. And here comes the Banes. They're fighting off of creep. There's a lot of Widow Mines in here. Banes rolling into this army of Zeta. Zeta is pulling back a little bit, but is he going to be able to take care of the majority of this, or is the Banes just going to be too much? 3 of 3 of upgrade is just not enough here for Zeta, and Voodoo rolling in with Banes and Lynx, and his army gets cleared up a little bit. And that Queen was able to take out that Liberator. Liberator was not able to put himself in liberation mode, at least not till the last second, and unfortunately was not able to take out that Queen. And Voodoo kind of pulling ahead here. The army supply of Zeta is just keeps, it's growing. It's almost doubling the size of Voodoo, but Voodoo just keeps taking these engagements. But he's not pulling ahead. He's more maintaining, I guess you could say. We did see, like I said, he did get the Spire, but hasn't gotten any mutas from it. And he's going to get the 3 of 3 and the attack speed upgrade for the Lynx. So these Lynx are going to be super strong here. And Zeta kind of throwing away his lead here at the moment, not pushing forward on that 3 of 3. He's got a lot of Widow Mines in with his Grey. He's going to get the +2 attack for the Widow Mines. So these Widow Mines are going to start doing a lot of extra damage. And here's just going to be a small little drop here from Zeta going to the main base of Voodoo. He's going to force this army all the way back, and from this, he's actually going to push forward. I don't know what Voodoo's doing with the SUVs. I think this might have been a misclick. Scan going off here for Voodoo. Voodoo losing that 4th base. And he hasn't really reacted to this army that's up his base. Link's coming in from behind on the backside right there. Bane's coming in, landing on top of this, doing all sorts of damage to Zeta's army. And Zeta's army is getting completely destroyed right now. And but Voodoo focuses down that hive. The hive is going to drop, but the upgrades have already started. And the 3 of 3 is going to be, he's going to finish up here for Voodoo. Are they? There it is, yeah. More attacks happen down in the middle. The Bane's coming in. Ling's landing on top of the Wood Mines. And Zeta is just pulling back right now. More Wood Mines are here. Look at this great Wood Mine position right there. He's going to get it. Gets a huge hit on top of that. More Banes are rolling in. And Zeta is just pulling ahead. You look at the army count. Zeta's almost quadrupling the army count here of Voodoo. But Voodoo just keeps taking these good engagements with his Banes, and that's all he's going to be able to do. But Voodoo only has 2 bases right now. He's got that 3rd one, but nothing's really happening at it right now. And here we go. Zeta looks like he's going to be pushing forward. That +2 upgrade for the Wood Mines is about to finish. And but these Lings and these Banes have +3 armor, +3 melee weapon. Not to mention the Lings have that attack speed boost. And is he going to save the game for Voodoo, or is Zeta going to roll over right now? Roll over Voodoo. Zeta pushing out right now. This may well be the final push of the game. Zeta really wants to punish Voodoo right now. He's going to go after that 4th base of Voodoo. Voodoo has nothing to defend this base, and that base is going to be dropped. And now Voodoo only has 1 base that he's mining from. Banes are going to come in here trying to get some good hits. Great splits from Zeta going off. Little Mines are here, but this is not enough. And GG, well played, gets called. And Zeta takes the game from Voodoo. Great job from Zeta, splitting his Marines, having those Widow Mines there. Just the tenacity of Zeta with that match. Every battle, every fight, in theory, I guess you could say he was losing it. But he was able to resupply so much more quicker. Was able to snipe the 3rd from Voodoo. Yeah, snipe the 4th from Voodoo, and then Voodoo was just crippled from there. So great job, Zeta. We're going to jump into another one of his games. Guys, this is the Draven Does It All, casting your replays. Make sure you send me your replays to dravenreplay@gmail.com so I could watch your replays, get them casted, throw them on YouTube for you if you like. Make sure you guys follow the channel, support the channel, and you guys, of course, make sure you tune in every weekend while I cast ESL and OSC. So I'm going to throw it to a quick break, guys. Enjoy the music. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be back, and we'll be casting another game. Alright guys, I am back. I am enjoying the song, so I'm listening to it. This is the Draven Does It All Weekly, where I'll be casting your replays. So make sure you send me your replays to dravenreplay@gmail.com. I appreciate everyone that's been showing me the follow and support. I will be casting all the games that you send me, and then I'll be putting them onto YouTube, or I can send you a local file where you can put them onto your own YouTube. Whatever you want to do with it. It's your videos, it's your replays. I'm just casting it. Thank you guys so much for everyone that's been tuning in and keeping up with the games. More games from StarCraft 2 Zeta. He sent me a lot, so I'm going to just go through them until I get more replays. And thank you guys again so much for everyone that's been sending me your replays. Guys, follow the YouTube channel. The links are in the panels below. I have already a playlist going on YouTube, the Draven Does It All playlist, where that's where I'm just casting everyone that's been sending me in their replays. My goal eventually is to start paying for these replays, so where we'll put a weekly vote of the funniest or the greatest creative best comeback, whatever vote you guys want to do, and I'll have plenty of replays and videos to watch. So without further ado, let's jump into another game. I believe these ones are going to be a little bit shorter. The file size for these are way tinier. Give you up, but never gonna let you down. Never run around and desert you. Never make you cry. Never say you lie. Alright. Alright, so without further ado, let's get it going. I apologize for the music, but I like that music. Alright, so spawning in the top left position is the red Protoss player. It is Word. And spawning in the bottom right, the user submitted replay, the blue Terran player, it is Zeta. And again, guys, this is SC2 Zeta in chat. So if you guys want to send him some love, make sure you follow his Twitch. That is SC2 Zeta. Huh. Players, casually talking about their MMR, kind of fun seeing that. People just kind of give each other a hard time about their rankings and all that good stuff. And I appreciate everyone that's been showing the support on Reddit. It's kind of nice not being downvoted to oblivion anymore, so I do appreciate that Team Liquid deleted one of my posts. Oops. I'm not too sure why. They didn't give me any solid reason behind it. So Zeta, he really has like a very particular style of opening. He gets that Reaper out, then jumps into the reactor is going to start pumping out Hellion. So I wonder if he's going against a Protoss. I'm not too sure if he realizes it, but I did see he did some great damage with that Hellion push earlier. And there's an Adept here. We'll see if this Reaper gets any kills. Is he going to be able to get it? It doesn't look like he's going to get any kills. And this Adept is going to be that bobbing and weaving. He needs to get that. There it is. Yeah, he needs to get that one probe to get a kill. He almost was able to get it. Wasn't able to dance around enough, and was not able to get that kill. But good try. And we're at 0-0 for work skill. Zeta getting a Widowmine out, and he's going for that Starport. So it looks like he's going to try to do some kind of drop. A couple Widowmines and Marines with the medevac drop, kind of the standard, as you will, with the type of plays going on so far. with Terran players. 2 Adepts are here. They're going to try to push in. They need to get the supply depots up. Get the supply depots up. Get the other one up. There we go. They have the supply depots up. They were able to snipe. What did they snipe? I think they sniped a mule. I don't know if that counts as worker. They may have just sniped a regular SCV. I'm not too sure if the mules count as actual workers. 2 more Adepts coming in. The supply depot just got pushed up again. And Marines are here. Another SUV goes down. That's 2 SUV kills. And these Adepts are still up and still going to be super annoying for Zeta to deal with. Weird going for a couple gateways. Has the warp gate research finished up here? Doesn't have a warp prism on the map, but his robotics facility thrown up here in the back. So are these going to start upgrading to get the get the blinks? But I wonder what the robotics bay is going to start building out of it. I wonder if he's going to try to go for the Colossus or what he's actually doing with it. We're going to see here in a second. Mothership core is now finally being built. I guess he just wasn't worried about attacks happening in here at the moment. And a Colossus being chrono boosted out. And the Liberator's going to come in here, but Weird is going to be able to spot it, no problem. Sees the Liberator, and we'll see what kind of damage this Liberator's going to be able to do with the Stalkers. Put themselves. Oh, they're going to put themselves in such perfect position. He's not even going to get a probe kill. Mike has almost got a Stalker kill. But unfortunately, that Liberator just wasn't able to do that much damage. And Zeta going for a 3rd base behind all this. Might as well. Who cares? Bust up the norm. And interesting enough, I wonder if he's meant to swap this starport out to that reactor. That's what it looks like he's doing. Okay. And here comes a medevac drop filled with Widow Mines and the... and the Stalkers are here and sees it. Widow Mine drops. 1 goes down, 2 goes down. Both of them getting target down. 3rd one going down. Lands on top of the probe. Gets a decent amount of probe kills. I mean, that's 5 probe kills for that. 3 medevacs, but just wasn't. I don't know if it was 100% worth it. We do see the upgrade now happening for the Colossus. And Zeta retreating back. He really wants to start getting some damage going right now. Upgrades now starting and finishing up here for Zeta. Zeta is going to have that Gauss rifle upgrade and shield upgrade plus stem. And 3rd base dropping down for Weird. Both players, just kind of... Sorry, it's just responding to some pings here. And it is a huge army here from Weird. Weird has a lot of Colossus. So is Colossus multiple Colossi? I've always wondered. There's a lot of Stargates here on the map. The upgrades now, it's charged a lot. Armor, weapons, all the upgrades are happening right now here for Weird, the Protoss army. And here's another drop, huge drop happening up here in the back. And there's a lot of Widow Mines, a lot of Marines. Mothership core gets taken down, but 3 pylon overcharges go off. Widow Mines going off as well. A lot of probe kills with this. And you just get the pylons down. There we go, get the last pylon. Army gets taken up here. And that is 21 workers total. And the medevacs do not have their cooldown yet. And there they go. They're going to boost on top. Might go for this army. There they go. Boosting away. And getting on. That was a good pick off there. Getting the Mothership core. And it stops the Charged Zealot upgrade from happening. dropping the third base of Weird. Might as well. Stalkers are here to try to clean Obelisk. Blinks forward, tries to get down the medevac, but wasn't able to. The blink should be off cooldown here in a second. They might try to blink forward one more time. Snipes one of the medevacs, and only one medevac was able to get away. But behind the Zeta, starts pulling a command and lead in terms of his workers. Zeta has 60 workers to only 47. 24 workers killed. Zeta killed 24 workers so far. He does a good job at getting the high worker counts. Warp Prism for Weird. We're going to be here dropping a crap ton of units, but all 3 of the warp gates are not powered, so I don't think he realizes he's only got a couple warp gates that he's going to be able to do, and he needs to get these 3 powered there. He's not going to have that big of a drop if he doesn't have that many gateways up. Alright guys, here comes the drop. The adepts are here. It's going to be actually, he's going to warp in Zealots. They have that charge upgrade now, so we're going to see what kind of damage they're going to be able to do, but just wasn't able to do much. And a Viking's coming here, going to pick off this Warp Prism, and they're going to fly right over the turret. Is he going to get it? Not in time. Excuse me. And the Zealots comes out. The charge upgrade, goes for it, lands on top of that SCV, stops Zeta from taking that 4th base, and now Weird knows there's that 4th base there, and so it prompts him for this attack. There's Marines here, there's Marauders here, they have the +2 upgrade. Psionic Storm is researching as well. Warp. The High Templars are getting warped in as well. And the Psionic Storm is going to do a decent number of damage, but these Bio Army is +2 of 2, just finishing up right now, and they're going to do so much damage to this Protoss army. It's going to be ridiculous to see. Mules dropping right now. Zeta comfortably takes that 4th base without much issues. And here's the High Templars. I don't know what they're doing. I think they think there's going to be an attack. But there's a lot of High Templars, and the Psionic Storm is finishing up here from Weird. And Weird starting to move across the map. 3 of 3 upgrades. Man, Zeta is just so good at getting us upgrades. That's one thing that he's always really good at is getting that tier 3 upgrades. Almost every matchup he ends with tier 3. A huge attack here. Colossus are coming down doing that AoE damage to the Marauders, but is it going to be enough? A lot of Widow Mines are trying to burrow down here, but there's observers with this army. They're going to get some of those Widow Mines down. Charge lots aren't able to go through. There's no storm here. There's one storm getting hit on top of the Widow Mines. And a 2nd storm going off right on top of Zeta's army. 3rd storm, 4th storm landing. And Zeta's army is getting completely destroyed right now. And Weird is pushing forward, trying to get down the last little bit of the medevacs. And Zeta's army just got annihilated with the Stalker, or with the Protoss army from Weird. And Weird pushing forward. Now Weird is on the attack. Zeta has the worker count, but unfortunately he just doesn't have the army count. It looks like doubling supply to Weird in terms of army count. And now Weird is moving across the map. Those storms just ate up Zeta's army, and now Weird is pushing across the map. Blink forward, snipes more of these medevacs. Might snipe one more. Is he going to get it? Not able to get it. Widowmind is burrowing up across the 3rd base of Zeta. But Weird is kind of going to push forward. It looks like he might try to go for that 4th base and really establish, really break him where it hurts. At a certain point, you don't really want to go after the main. You want to go after the new bases. That's where most of the supply is going to be. That's where the most minerals are going to be. And it looks like that's what he's going to try to do. Going to go after that 4th base. And he's coming up right down the middle. Weird is trying to put himself in a great position. Is he going to get the blink on top of the Colossus are here. Great bottleneck. I mean, Zeta's going to try to push forward across this armor now, but there's 3 Colossus with the upgrade. That tier 3 upgrade is just not finished yet here from Zeta, and Zeta's army is a little bit weaker than he wants to be right now. The supply depots are getting absolutely destroyed by weird. Colossus are here going completely untouched. Widow Mines are here, but they're all detonated and just didn't do as much damage as they wanted to. More storms going off, and it looks like Weird is going to push forward through, and Zeta's is not going to be able to recover from this. And the army supply from Zeta is just dwindling. And Zeta put himself in liberation mode. This, kind of holding off the attack a little bit more. Archons are now here. Those High Templars turning themselves into Archons after running around out of energy. All the SUVs getting pulled, and they're going to go after that command center. And there's just nothing here left from Zeta. Zeta doing everything he can to hold on, but it just doesn't look like he's going to be able to. More Liberators, Marauders, Marines coming out, but the armor count is now quadrupling in favor of Weird. Weird pushing forward to that 3rd base, now technically the only base of Zeta. Coming after that Planetary Fortress. SCV's trying to repair it, which is great, and get the full surround on it, but the Colossus and the AoE damage from the Archons are just going to be proving too much. Liberators are here, trying to do some damage to the Stalker, which wasn't able to do it. All the SCVs get cleared up here. High Templars with the Psionic Storm, and GG gets called, and Weird takes the game from Zeta. Great play from both players. Great player from both players, and that is it for one of the games from Zeta. And we're going to jump into another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to watch another game from Zeta. Guys, this is Draven Does It All. Send me your replays at dravenreplay@gmail.com, and I'll cast them as often as I can. I'll be doing this every day from 10 to 4. Make sure you follow the channel. Make sure you follow me on Twitter to get updates to all the games. And, of course, all these games will be on YouTube later today, so make sure you follow the YouTube channel and get all the games and rewatch them again. So, without further ado, we're just going to jump into another game. Or another break, and I'll be back.
'Cause I've got an elastic heart, but you won't see me fall apart. 'Cause I've got an elastic heart. I've got thick skin and an elastic heart, but your lady might be too sharp. I'm like a rubber band until you pull too hard, and I'll be snapping out the way. You won't see me fall apart, 'cause I've got an elastic heart. Det går en liten jævel rundt og spørger sig frem, om nogen har set henne sex av en mand. Det kommer røyket av kjeften og det blod på tann. Når hun går, legg ut bak seg, ikke gjøfte for sand. Rett bak meg er det støv og 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 sand. Om det som står av profetier inni Bibelen er sann, kan det virke som han der nede har et og annet på gang. Du kan kjenne han igjen, enten det er kvinne eller mann, når han stiger ut i en sky av støv og sand. Rett bak meg er det 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 støv og sand. Det er hull i min kalender, og min trailer har full tank. Jeg ser ikke bak meg lenger, lever nå og tenker pang. Og kom an, baby, kom an. Jeg skal regne på deg og ditt støv og din sand. Rett bak meg er det støv og 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 sand. Rett bak meg er
Interesting. Streamlabs went down for maintenance, and so now all of their follow commands are showing up errors on your stream. So, FYI, guys. Why would he send me that replay? Okay. My apologies, guys. Sent me a replay that was oh my gosh. Alright. Zeta, I appreciate the games you were sending me. But you're killing me, Smalls. My apologies, guys. Let's see what other games I can pull. You sent me about 30, so I have a lot. Here we go. This should be a nice long one. These are going to be the longer of the three. Shadow Jungle, I don't know what that was. Wait, what? Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay. My apologies, guys. Alright guys, my apologies. So this is the Draven Does It All, where I'll be casting your replays. So make sure you send me your replays to dravenreplay@gmail.com. I want to make sure I get all of the games casted, so make sure you send them to me. Give me all your social information. That sounds weird. Give me all like your Twitter tag, so I can tag you on Twitter, or if you have a YouTube or a Twitch you want to plug, or whatever that case might be, so I know who I'm casting. So I appreciate everyone that's been showing the support so far. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Guys, this is going to be happening every day as early as 9 a.m. PST. With IAM going on, I may not be here tomorrow morning because I want to watch my team play. But we'll see. And just guys, make sure you continue to show me your love, supporting the channel, donations, all that great stuff. I appreciate it. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Spawning in the bottom right position is the red Protoss player from Cloud M. It is Nuigen Sanity. Nuin Sanity. I'm just going to call him Sanity. And spawning in the top left position, this is the user that sent me in the replays, the blue Terran player. This is Zeta. And I know Zeta is StarCraft 2 Zeta in Twitch. My apologies, guys. Responding to people. People were pushing on Twitter about the Streamlabs not working and stuff like that. So I just want to give everyone a quick update on that. All right, so Zeta coming in. He's doing his little factory build right there, putting the supply depot right there. The Reaper's going to go across the map. Sees a pretty standard opening, but does not see that there's a gateway here from Sanity. Sneaking that in. And unfortunately for Zeta, his... he's going to have that reactor, and what he usually does is he swaps it for that factory, gets out Cyclone, especially against a Protoss player, and also sometimes oh, but the Reaper found it. What? How did the Reaper find that? And now Zeta sees that there's going to be something coming out, so you need to start pumping out Marines as quickly as possible with this. This is should be a pretty interesting game from both players. So I'm excited to see what happens here. Reaper here is going after the pylon, going after that energy. We'll see if he's going to be able to get it. The Reaper Oracle is out. He's not going to have that much energy, but he wants just to attack it already. And Cyclones here getting rid of the Adepts, and there's a lot of workers going down. 2 workers have gone down now, but there's a missile turret here that will not allow that Oracle to get inside the base of Zeta. Zeta doing a great job of holding it off so far. And you're going to get another Oracle. Might as well get 2 Oracles out. As you can see, that pylon is almost on this. The Marine is going to go in there and try to go in for the kill. And here comes the Oracle flying around. Wants to get some SCV damage. Gets Marine for its troubles. And there we go. Last little bit. There we go. Pylon's down right before that Phoenix comes out. And Oracle is going to go after that Reaper now. There we go. Okay, so this Cyclone's running. There we go. 1 SCV kill. There's a missile turret there. Let's see how many Marines. Oh, he doesn't go after the Marines. And Zeta doing a good job at kind of holding off these Oracles. Getting 3 kills so far. SCV kills dropping. It's not game ending to get that many destroyed. So we'll see if he's going to be able to recover for it. Zeta's... I've been watching a lot of Zeta's games. Like I said, he sent me a lot of replays, and he's really good at doing like SCV kills. Like, oh, he forgot to turn it on. Forgot to turn the energy on. Or just decided to save his energy and move away. I don't know. Warp Gate research is finishing up here from Sanity. Sanity's going to be able to start warping in. Looks like he's getting that add-up upgrade to get the charge lot upgrade. Getting more gateways, but there's no pylons on the map anymore here from Sanity. Zeta's moving out. Kind of not going to be the greatest idea moving out to where he is because there is going to be a probe here. Going to drop down that pylon and probably put a gateway on top of that probe as well. So he's going to be able to start pushing out way more. My assumption is he's going to go for that add-up push. He's getting the add-up upgrade. He's getting more gateways now. Again, there goes the Stargate though, no big deal. There's the pylon. Pylon's going to go down from Sanity. Sanity's going to push in here with looks like a grip of adepts to deal with these Marines. These Marines aren't upgraded at the moment. They are getting that armor upgrade. They are getting the shield upgrade, so they are going to be able to take damage, but they're not going to be able to deal that much damage. And when you're going against an adept army, you really want to get them down quickly because those guys hurt, and it's like Mack trucks running through here. There goes the gateway on top of this right now. Charge lot upgrade finishing up here from Sanity. Sanity's moving out with these adepts. The adepts look so cool with that extra shield on it like that. And Oracle's put the clairvoyance on these Marines. Gets full vision of that army. And Sanity sees exactly what he wants to see. He sees a lot of those Marines. Gateway's about to finish up here from Sanity. And Sanity's running around with these adepts. Oracle's coming in here, dropping more clairvoyance on it. The gateway's done here. He's going to warp in. Going to turn into a warp gate. He's going to start warping in adepts there. Is he going to push forward? What is exactly he's doing? I wonder if he's just waiting, thinking that there's going to be an attack. I see that it's a large bio ball. And here we go. Attack. Medevac is going to try to chase down the Oracles, but it's not going to be able to do it. The boost runs out. Temple Archives finished up. Sonic Storm researching here from Sandy. Sandy looks like he's going to try to drop some High Templars. High Templars being warped in now, but it's a good solid 2 minutes away from Psionic Storm finishing up here from Sanity. Zeta wants to move out, but he keeps getting tagged with these oracles and is not able to move out as much as he would like to, just because these oracles are doing such a good job keeping eyes on him. Sanity has his gateway here, but there we go. High Templars are with this Adept army, and the Temple Archiv's Chrono boosting out the Psionic Storm. Is it going to be done in time? Is it going to be here? No. The Cyclones are here. And they're going to push through on top of the Psionic Storm. Is it going to finish up here in the next 5 seconds? Is it going to be enough, though? Cyclone going after the third base of Sanity. Zeta is here. He's going to push forward on top of this, but the Psi Storms are here. The Psionic Storms, are they going to be able to go off in time? The good splits from Zeta. 1, 2, good hits. Third hit going down from Zeta's army. And another huge one on top of Zeta's Marines, and these Adepts clear up this army, no problem. And that is a huge Adept army that's going to try to push across the map now. And this Warp Gate is still kind of going, well, what am I landing on top of the Adepts. And here comes Archons and more Adepts across the map. Third base from Sanity starting. And there we go. There's the huge Warping. A High Templar plus Adepts. And I mean, this unfortunately for Zeta, he's got the upgrades, at least the upgrades cooking. He's going to get the Marauders coming out here. He has the Liberators. He's got the Ghost Academy to start doing the EMPs on this Protoss army to get rid of those Archons. But is it going to be enough? Sanity is just kind of crawling ahead in terms of army supply. And here he goes in for that push. Does Zeta have enough here? Clairvoyance landing on top of the army. Sanity knows he's going to be able to win this fight, no problem. Adepts coming in here, taking down a little bit of the Marauders, a little bit of the Marines, getting down those medevacs. The boys get pulled. SCVs come to attack it, and Storm going off on top of the SCVs, wiping out an entire SCV army. And Zeta just doesn't have much left here. And Sanity takes the map from Zeta, and Zeta is going to have Liberators coming out on the map, which is great, but is it going to be enough? Adept armies here, cleaning up the rest of this. No ghosts are going to be able to come out here from this army of Zeta. And now Stalkers need to be warped in here. There's some good Widow Mines placement there for Zeta going after the third base of Sanity, but he's just only going to be able to hit one probe. And Sanity cleaning up the last little bit of the supply depots here. No more Ghost Academy on the map, so these ghosts aren't going to be able to come out at all anymore. And 2 Widow Mines there, and that getting taken down, no big deal. A huge drop from Zeta landing on top of Sanity's third base, forcing Sanity to move back his entire army. Third base from Sanity getting taken down. And another huge drop is about to come in on top of the fourth base, or excuse me, the main base here of Sanity. And good feedback, focusing down the medevac. Pilot overcharge gets another medevac down all the way, and Zeta's unfortunately not going to be able to push forward any longer. Archon coming in, trying to get the Widow Mine going off, hitting a couple Adepts. And Zeta tried everything he can to fight back on that, but just wasn't able to towards the end. And we do see the third base, or excuse me, the second base from Zeta being re-established. Didn't lose the command center, which is great. Was able to save a lot of the SCVs, which is great as well. And this observer sees all of this, and there's still Widow Mines here. Where are the observers? There are still Widow Mines in the middle of your base. And they decided just to go for the fourth base over here. Excuse me, Sanity goes for technically his third base. Well, he lost his third base, so this is the new third base at a different position. Oracle coming around, going to drop the observing buff on top, or debuff, I guess you say, on top of this. And that's terrible. And these Widow Mines, man, they got a lot of damage done so far. And you see Zeta had the work count lead, does a good drop here at the third base. Might be able to snipe this Widowmine going off, getting a probe. Phoenix coming, I'm going to go after that Medevac. Medevac is there, taking some damage. Archons are here, trying to do some more damage to it. Gets a couple more hits on top of that Medevac. Phoenix is here, trying to do everything they can to go after the Medevac. Is he going to be able to get it? Gets the Medevac and stops Zeta's bio attack from coming in. Zeta is crawling his way back in. He's got a decent sized army supply from this. He's got the upgrades in his favor, but he needs to start putting on more aggression. And Sanity going to start clearing up these Widowmines. Good Widowmine shot, taking down that Phoenix. Stalker. A couple more hits on that Widowmine and does get it. Now here's a good War Prism hiding over here in the smoke ducts. Zeta taking his main base and just dropping it at a third new natural. With the mules, he's going to start being able to pull ahead again. And but the third base from Sanity is now well established. And here comes that he's going to start pushing out now. He's got the upgrades. He's started his tier 3 upgrades now. Is it going to be enough to deal with this Stalker and with this Protoss heavy army? He's got Adepts. He's got Psistorms or Psionic Storms. He's got the Archons. And with this army, stasis wards all over the map.
How old are you? You used to be a...
Oh, this is not the... Wait, I'm so confused. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be watching things when I'm trying to cast. Alright, whatever. Okay. Alright, so another drop here from the north-hand side of Sanity's base, but there's Tempest here now. But here's a huge attack, so the Zealots warp in, and Sanity's base is getting completely destroyed, but now here comes the Bio Army from Zeta. Zeta is pushing forward. Is it going to be enough to take out this army? Liberators here, putting himself in liberation mode. Tempests are here. They're going to try to get the range on top of those Liberators. But the Bio Army here from Zeta is pushing through. The Marauders are here. The Marines are here. Getting down these pylons, but is it going to be enough? Storm going off. Getting down the Mothership Core as well. Good pick off. And Zeta has his tier 3 weapons, and he's got the armor, so he's making mincemeat of this Protoss army. But is enough feedback landing, and Storm's landing on top of this, and Zeta gets his army totally cleaned up here, dropping the third base. Great job moving back and forth with this army. Stasis Ward goes off, taking down 2 Marauders with this, and cleaning up a little bit more of it, but I just don't think Zeta has it anymore. He's trying to go after that third base. Is he going to get it? He's just focusing it down now. A couple more hits on it, gets the third base, and pushes all the way through. Good snipe and good exchange here from Zeta. But unfortunately, he lost a lot when he was going, when those Zealots got pushed through. Marauder's still here. And the Marauder, the +3 weapon for the Marauder, or for the range weapon, wasn't able to get finished. And now here comes Sanity's army pushing across the map. And there's only about 50 armor supply to 100. Is there going to be enough, though? The army supply from Zeta is dwindling. The last little bit of Sanity's army is here pushing towards Zeta's third base. And I just don't think it's going to be enough. Both players are pretty crippled here at the moment. But it looks like Sanity just has the larger army count at the moment. More Zealots are coming in. That War Prism just being super annoying here from Zeta to have to deal with. And the last little bit of the army from Sanity is pushing forward. He was knocking on Zeta's front door. Zeta's doing everything he can to stay in it, but he just doesn't have that much money to begin with. And I just don't think he's going to be able to hold it. The last little army supply, he's up here at the top from Zeta, and Zeta is going to push down forward. But there's so many Tempests here. I just don't think he's going to be able to do that. Marauders coming forward. Archons are here. And looks like that's just going to be it. The army supply is just too much here from Zeta. And Sanity taking out the rest of the army with the Tempest. Getting down the Phoenix as a GG gets called, and Sanity takes it. Almost a decent size base trade there from both players. But Sanity was able to pull it out in the end, and Zeta drops another game. So, guys, we're going to jump into another break. I'm going to pull up one of Zeta's other games. This is Draven Does It All, where I cast your replays. Send them to dravenreplay@gmail.com, and I'll cast all your games. Make sure you keep it up in the chat. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll be back.
The way that I met Simon was they asked me to be a guest judge, Focus, Conan, to be
Don't you ever come slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden move. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden move. You don't know the half of the abuse. Yeah, welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean no brains will change from hand grenades. You'll never know the psychopath sitting next to you. You'll never know the murderer sitting next to you. You'll think how I get here sitting next to you. But after all I said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden move. You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain spell. You have trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You'll never know the freak show sitting next to you. You'll have some weird people sitting next to you. You'll think that I get here sitting next to you. But after all I said, please don't forget. How'd you come? You knew you should have stayed. I tried to warn you just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to burn. It looks like you might be one of us. All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
I thought I was still on my break message. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, did I already cast this one? Nope. Cool. Alright, guys, we're gonna be jumping to another game. I do apologize. I straight didn't realize I was, I didn't realize I wasn't. I thought I was on my break screen. I apologize, guys. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to Alright, guys, let's jump into it. I'll pause the music for now. And there we go. Okay, let's get it going. Guys, this is the Draven Does It All Weekly, where I'll be casting your replays. So make sure you send me your replays at dravenreplay@gmail.com, and I'll make sure I get them casted and uploaded on YouTube for you if you'd like. So without further ado, let's get another game going. Spawning in the bottom right position is the red Terran player. This user is the one that sent me the games, and he sent me a crap ton. This is StarCraft 2 Zeta on Twitch. This is Zeta. And spawning in the bottom left position, blue Terran player, currently teamless. It is Switch. So it'd be interesting to see a TVT going on right now. And who is this? Why do I know you? I do not know you. Never mind. So I've been kind of watching Zeta play all. Sorry, responding to a text. I've been kind of watching Zeta play basically all day. Zeta ended up sending me like almost 40 replays to watch. And so I've been enjoying watching him play. And it's been quite interesting. He's got, I don't want to say he's got, oh, he's going to get the cancel. Oh, he almost gets the cancel on it. He's going to get it. There you go. Gets the cancel, or he gets at least the pause on the SCV trying to build that star port. Might as well. They won't be able to get it this time. So switch going for a very quick medevac into Widowmine play. Zeta kind of does the same style build, but for this particular moment, he's gonna go into Cyclones, which he really loves to push with like Reaper Cyclones. And so we'll see if this how well he does with this later today with it. He's done it a couple times earlier in earlier matches, but I have unfortunately just hasn't really been able to do game-ending damage with it. But here comes the drop now from Switch, and Zeta does not see it coming. Doesn't have any thing on the map, and he's got about 10 energy left for a scan. So we'll see if he's going to be able to do it. Reaper's here in the back now, but again, here comes the medevac. Medevac is going to boost in. Going to drop the Cyclone. Wait, what? I thought he's bringing Widowmines. Oh, so he just drops, Switch is drop the Cyclone instead. One Cyclone's about to go down. Lock on for the medevac. Medevac is getting targeted down. And Switch was able to do some decent damage, but not without that Reaper, so doing decent damage for Zeta. So both players have lost 4 workers each. Not. So they both have about 4 kills each. Both deciding to go for that second base. Now Zeta already had his command center pre-built, and he also has orbital command already up. So he's going to be able to start dropping mules. So Zeta is going to start pulling ahead here, and barracks coming up. More barracks coming out here from Switch. And a 3rd command center from Zeta. Man, this guy's just being ballsy. 5 minutes in, going 5 minutes in, going 3 command centers. What is this, a Zerg player? Holy crap. So we'll get more of this, see what else is going on here. A couple Cyclones, a tank here from Zeta. One thing that I've been noticing about Zeta, that if I ever play him in the ladder, I'm going to have to look out for, he gets upgrades. Like, he always goes the double engineering bay, and will always, most often, will always be working on 2 upgrades at the same time. And we do see the rifle has started a little bit sooner for him than the armor upgrade for his Marines. But here's the command center moving to that 3rd spot. Cyclones here are going to go after the Marine. And unfortunately for the Marine, this was not enough to deal with that Cyclone. Look at all the blood. Does it fade away? Yeah, there it is. Looks like the 007 type blood when it like fades away and stuff like that. Alright, so Zeta was able to secure that 3rd base, no problem. And I don't think Switch even realizes that there's a 3rd base on the map. He's got some good static defense going down. He's got the Cyclone, the Marines up here at the start. He's got Vikings kind of hanging out. And he's got Cyclones across the map just to make sure there's no real drops coming across or to spot any real attack coming. Here comes the attack. 2 Cyclones from Zeta coming out. And they're going to be able to take down this lonely Cyclone from Switch, no problem. And we'll see what kind of damage these Cyclones are going to be able to do. But there's 2 tanks here in good positioning. for Switch. Medevac full of Marines going across the map now. Again, Zeta doesn't really have that much in terms of vision. He's not really scanning. And, alright, here comes the attack across the map. 2 tanks and a group of Marines are coming. And they're going to run right into Switch's army. Steps forward, realizes that there's tanks there, decides to back up. And, oh, is the Medevac going to get caught with the lock on? 2 of them lock on. Oh, Liberator's put himself in liberation mode, pushing back the Cyclones. And Switch seeing this, oh, Switch sending out his Cyclone of his own, chasing that army, but they don't go after him at all. There they go. Stems forward on top of it, gets the Cyclone. And now Switch is pushing out with the army. The upgrades are definitely in favor of Zeta here at the moment. Tanks put himself in siege modes. There they go, but is it going to be too little, too late? They're going after the Marines, but a lot of Switch's army was able to clean up Zeta's army. And now Switch is in the aggressive position. The upgrades definitely are in favor of Zeta, but just the armor supply of Switch is just doubling that of Zeta here at the moment. Yes, he's got 3 bases, which is great. He's got the income. He's doubling the supply in terms of income. But, there you go. This is the attack from Switch. Switch wants to end the game now. And, Zeta stemming up his army is going to try to get the advantage attack right there. Taking down the Vikings, but the tanks are here. Going to put themselves in siege mode. And I just don't think Zeta has the army supply. It just doesn't have the production right now to get units out. And Zeta kind of swimming in the money right now because it's not really building anything. He's going for these upgrades, which is great. But here comes Switch's army with the tanks. Going to go after the SUVs. Vikings giving the sight upgrade, or the sight, which gives them the range for the tank. Vikings going to come in and try to get more vision of the fight that is going on. And Switch is in a commanding lead right now. He's got almost triple the army supply of that of Zeta. Switch going after the tank of Zeta. There's only a couple tanks left on the map, and that's all that is here. I don't think Switch realizes how far ahead he actually is. Tanks stemming forward, trying to get more damage done to this. And here comes Liberator in liberation mode, and these Marines are about to get just taken out. Liberators doing such a good job at getting rid of those Marines. And Zeta's 3rd base is just under siege at the moment, but he can't push out because there's so many Marines here from Switch, and the army count is kind of climbing back up here from Zeta. Zeta's almost looking at a 40 army count. The armor upgrades, again, like I said, Zeta, take it to the bank that he will get upgrades. He will get upgrades before you, and he's about to be 2 of 2 with his Marines and his Marauders. But is it going to be enough? He did get the upgrade now for the tanks, so the tanks also have upgrades as well. So is it going to be enough? Or is Switch going to basically push himself all the way around and going to go after Zeta's 2nd base? So they go from the right-hand side. Tanks are completely out of position. The Marines were able to come in from Switch, take down one of the tanks. And a good job here from Switch. Switch is going to push it up on going after the tank. Is he going to be able to get it? This last tank here is doing such a good job at keeping Switch's army at bay. More Vikings coming in from Zeta now and pushing the rest of the Vikings away. Medevac drops right on top of these tanks. Tanks are getting taken out by these Marines. Last little bit of tanks of the tank from Zeta gets taken out. And there's only one more tank here. Trying to put himself into position now. Switch losing another tank. Last tank from Switch. SUVs are fighting with it now. Boys are being pulled. See how many workers are dropping now. 20 workers so far have died for Zeta. But they were able to take down tanks. Oh, and he decides to pull away. Marines coming in instead, fighting down the last little bit of that tank. And Switch is pushing through with his Marines of his own. But again, Zeta has that 3rd base. But now behind this, Switch decides to take the 3rd base of his own. just searching for any extra base. Switch really wants to see if there's only 3 bases on the map and try to snipe it. But Switch was able to establish that 3rd base no problem. He hasn't known how to defend it like Zeta has. So now, the army supply is kind of leaning in favor of Zeta here at the moment. The upgrades definitely are in favor of Zeta. Like I said, Zeta, I guarantee, will always be ahead of you in terms of upgrades. But it doesn't look like he's trying to go for any upgrades here at the moment. And a huge drop from Switch here in the back. Was able to pick off a little bit of worker counts. Or the worker kills. Worker kills. And here we go. So Zeta is now just on the move. He looks like he's going to push forward on top of Twitch. Looks like he switches army here. And Zeta has the army supply lead, that is for sure. And now, Switch is on the aggressive, and both armies take the higher ground, try to go after that 4th base. Tanks put themselves in siege mode. Zeta has the upper hand in terms of putting themselves in siege mode first. Marines coming in, trying to clean up the last little bit of this army. Vikings are here, and basically they throw each other's Marines away. I mean, how super frustrating for both players. Tanks now in siege mode. Scan going off, and Zeta, comes forward in the end. And another drop happens, preventing Zeta from pulling his Marines all the way through. But now there they go. The Marines are going to go across the map. Good positioning here from Zeta, and now more Marines are coming. Switch wants to go take the flank hand side, the east side of Zeta's army. They're going to push down here. We're going to land right on top of these Marines. The Marines are here. They need to stem forward to try to get on top of those tanks. But they have the higher ground, and it's going to be really hard for Switch to really push forward on top of this. Medevacs are here to support this Marine army, and Switch is about to lose his 3rd base. Is Zeta going to take the victory from this? The upgrades are definitely going to be in favor of Zeta here at the moment. The only difference is tanks have the higher upgrade right now for Switch. But we do see that tier 3 upgrade starting now for Zeta, and Zeta is going to have it. Huge drop here in the main of Switch's base, and GG gets called, and Zeta takes a game off of Switch. Great play from both players. How exciting to finally get some good games coming down here. And Zeta takes a break, guys. This is the Draven Does It All, where I cast your replays. Make sure you send me your replays at dravenreplay@gmail.com. And I'll make sure I'll cast as many games as I can. I look forward to trying to make it a competition where you guys vote on your favorite game, and I'll reward whoever wins with some cash money. Money. All right, guys, I'm going to throw it to another quick break. And, yeah. I don't know, I'll be back. Enjoy some music. You know what? No Limit's a pretty good song. Alright, guys, I'll be back.
yourself off, but dust yourself off the back of the saddle. You're in the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's falling, but you got it all. When you forget up, and if you forget up, Samina Shangalewa, 'cause this is Africa. Samina, waka waka, Samina Shangalewa, this time for Africa. Listen to your God, this is our motto. Your time to shine, don't wait in line, vamos por todo. People are raising their expectations. Go in and beat it, this is your moment, no hesitation. Today's your day, you pave the way. If you get down, get up, when you get down, get up, Samina Shangalewa, this time for Africa. Samina, waka waka, Samina Shangalewa, Anawa, Samina, waka waka, Samina Shangalewa, this time for Africa.
Alright guys, got more games coming for you now. Alright, so we got more games for it. This is Draven Does It All. It is the weekly cast where I cast your games. Make sure you send me your replays to dravenreplay@gmail.com. I'll cast your games, I'll cut them for you, I'll put them on YouTube if you want. I appreciate everyone that's been showing the support so far. Make sure you follow the channel. I'll be doing this every day, and I'll be also casting tournaments on the weekends for ESL, OSC, and many others. So I appreciate everyone that's been showing the support so far for all those things. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's jump into another game. This is a user submitted, This is a user submitted replay. And so we'll see, we'll get it going on here. I'm just gonna switch it over to it. Alright guys, so let's get it going, switching it up here. Give me 1 second. No, it's the, no. There we go, there we go. I don't know why I mind fart on hitting those, I forgot. Alright guys, so spawning in the bottom right position is the red Terran player from Psistorm Casual. It is, or Psistorm Community, beg your pardon. It is Wonder. And spawning in the top left position is the blue Terran player. This is the user submitted, is this Terran player. Make sure you guys give him a follow into Twitch. And it is SC Zeta into Twitch. Make sure you guys give him a quick follow. I'm sure he'll greatly appreciate that. So without further ado, let's jump into the game. I've been watching Zeta play for a while now, and he has very specific builds when it comes to certain maps, certain players that he plays against. And one thing that he really loves to do is he loves getting upgrades. So I guarantee you, apples to apples, bottom to dollar, he will get the double engineering bay with at least the tier 1 upgrades. We'll see.
Doing devastating amount of damages on these. Adepts and on the Phoenixes as well. All the Phoenixes have gone down. How many Phoenix have died in this game? I think we're looking at like 10, 11, well 9 Phoenixes total. 9 Phoenix, that's incredibly expensive. It's juicy shots up. That maybe Billy's economy is better. He played here on Belcher.
Sorry guys, just watching. Alright guys, sorry about that. I'm responding to a bunch of things in chat, so I do apologize. To 2 Reaper, you know, this would be quite interesting if ZV or TV. Wow, I cannot speak. I've been doing this. I've been casting now for straight almost 7 hours, so I apologize, guys. That was a Reaper on Reaper action. Cyclone's coming here. Zeta really loves this Cyclone play here, as we've seen before. Zeta really likes the Cyclone play where he pushes in with a couple Reapers, and here's the Hellions. It's kind of per usual what he likes to do with his attack. There's a Cyclone here from Wonder, not to mention there's a Reaper. Tech Lab being added to the factory, so he's going to start pumping out tanks here in a second. And a Raven coming out from Wonder. Ravens are super hard to deal with, especially with the new with the auto turret. Here's a huge drop coming in from the backhand side of the base of Wonder. We'll see what kind of damage Zeta is going to be able to do with this. As I've mentioned before, Zeta really likes going after your economy. So here we go. So much damage is about to get done. 1, 2, 3. So much SUVs. There's the auto turret going down, trying to go after that Reaper. One more Reaper. There we go. And second Cyclone gets picked up for here from Zeta. So 3 workers killed, and forcing that army to go all the way down. And he's trying to get more SCVs down again. Secret missile locking. Oh, it's the locker on missile from the Cyclone. Pushes the medevac away. And so 2 Ravens coming out here from Wonder. We saw him push out the drop with the auto turret. We'll see what kind of damage he's going to be able to do with this down. But Zeta doing a good job putting that missile turret right there. And Wonder definitely sees it. And here comes an attack from missile turrets landing in the SCV of Zeta's line. And there we go. 3, 4. So much damage being done. And here is a drop coming down from Zeta. Zeta's going to try to get into that base. He's got the tank. He's going to put himself in siege mode. Reapers are here trying to do some damage to the SCV count. And that command center had to be lifted up here. And Zeta's doing a good job kind of taking out a lot of buildings here from Wonder. Now Wonder is completely supply capped. He's not going to be able to make any units here at the moment. And Reaper is going to go down and start going to go after the SCV count. And there's nothing here to stop this army. And Wonder's going to start losing more workers. Zeta is doing such a good job. 13 workers killed so far. He's going for number 14. Is he going to be able to get it? Gets number 14. And a tank is here. And Wonder just doesn't really have anything left to do. I mean, he got the supply depots, which is great. But he's supply capped. He's not going to be able to do anything. He was able to lift up this building, and Wonder was able to reestablish his base, no problem. Now these Reapers are going to go after the supply depots, but they're not fully built yet, so it's really no big deal. And Zeta's tank going after that tech lab. Auto turrets are not being put down yet. Viking, though, going to get after one of the medevacs, which is great. And the Reapers and the Hellions gets away, and this tank is just kind of here, floating around. I don't think Zeta realizes that Wonder reestablished that base. And Reaper's coming in and getting more kills. 20 kills so far. And it's just a huge amount. Here's a huge attack going on to Wonder's base, and this might be the kill. This might be the attack that kills Wonder. Wonder doing everything he can to try to hold on to this base, pulls the SCVs, and now Zeta is going after the command center. 2 tanks are here. They're kind of targeting the command center. I don't think that was the greatest idea with all these Marines and Cyclones coming after it. And more attack here from Zeta. And that Raven with the auto turret doing a good job at saving this command center. The command center gets saved again from Wonder. And Zeta's got to start working on getting his units, getting him more units. He likes to swim in a lot of minerals, and the army supply is kind of even for both players. Zeta doing a great job of keeping Wonder on his toes and kind of keep damaging him for taking or for moving that base around like he did, as we saw. But good play from both players so far. And a big attack. Going to try to land on Wonder's east side of his base. And it's going completely unspotted from Wonder. And he might lose that second base. That is a huge drop. There's tanks. There's 2 tanks in this drop, and that's just going to be bad news for him. So we'll see. There he goes. It's going to come in. It's going to drop right there on the third base of Wonder. Technically, it's the second base. A huge drop, and all of these SCVs are about to go down. Tanks need to put themselves in siege mode. There they go. Put themselves in siege mode. And the Marines are underneath the command center. They're going to try to get that down. Are they going to be able to get it down in time? More Marines being dropped here. And tanks going after Wonder. Wonder pushing forward, but he's just not going to be able to do it. Last Cyclone gets picked up here. And Marines are going after the Raven. Are they going to be able to get it? That auto turret doing excellent damage to those Marines. And again, Wonder is just left on one base. Is he going to be able to save it, though? There's just so many tanks here, so much damage that can be done. And Zeta is got to be feeling pretty good about the position he's in at the moment. He's getting... Did he lose that base? I 100% missed it if he did. I bet he did. I 100% missed it. I apologize, guys. Marines coming in there, dropping on top of the tank. That's the last tank of Wonder going down, and here it is. The Marines pushing forward on top of Wonder's base, and Wonder losing all his SCVs. Marines chasing him down, find the other command center, get the last little bit of the SCVs down. The Marines take down everything. That is over 60 workers killed, 61 workers killed, and it's the last little bit here from Wonder. This command center is going to drop. These Marines are underneath this command center. Wonder trying to save that command center, but he's not going to be able to do it. It's now burning. These Marines are going to be able to take that down. Not a problem. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Huge explosion. Scrap metal falling in the abyss of that Saturn. One thing I do like about this map is that there's the ships flying around and all that cool stuff. Zeta is in a commanding lead right now, and like I said before, there goes the 2 of 2 upgrade starting now for Zeta. Marines are here. Zeta, huge doom drop. Tanks are here. And the tanks are doing everything they can to get rid of the Marines. And that is it. GG gets called. And Zeta takes the game from Psistorm's gaming casual or community wonder. And a good job from Zeta. Zeta's been sending me some great games. And I've been really enjoying casting them all day. Guys, this is the Draven Does It All. Make sure you send me your replays to dravenreplay@gmail.com. And I'll get them casted on my stream. I'll be doing this every day from 10 to 4, 9 to 4, depending on where you're at. And thank you guys so much. I'm going to throw it to a quick break. When I come back, we're going to jump into another game. Hope you guys enjoy the music.
When I'm on the mic, it's like murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill. One set to Africa. Take only dear. Take us back in the face. Rappers are fucking born into press on your play. What happened to all the cool rappers from back in the day? Nowadays all these rappers sound exactly the same. It's like one big inbred fuck fest. No, I don't wanna start collaborate and listen. Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. Hold on to your chain. I'm taking over America, blowing up everything. Physical and fit and ninja, very energetic. If you haven't got it by now, then you're never gonna get it. Are we about to go? So on my heart, I'm fucking rap. On and off, sure and come for the dollar bills to the side. Fuck rap. I'm siding with John and I'm the lady like a left. Like the first time I ejaculated. Hey, but they boom, boom, people with the changing. Not fucking thinking, dollar I am twinkling. Let them in the jerky, let them get the funky. Hey, but they boom, boom, people with the changing. Not fucking thinking, dollar I am twinkling. Let them in the jerky, let them get the funky. Hi, my name is Shulan the fucking wiser. Right, right, right. Hit you with the teeth, hit you with the head, with the mic. There's a rumble and a drum and I'm bubbling to the beat. I'm looking for trouble, but trouble's looking for me. I guess I'm fucking swallowing, but lessons just come for free. I used to play wrong on the stage just to hustle something to eat. South Africa used to be too twanky, don't notice me. Suddenly you're interested cause we're blowing up overseas. Making money, money, money. Yes, yes, yes. Steps out and represent, don't fucking with the bell. I'm a upper. Twankies get popped like a sucker. Yippee-ki, yay, motherfucker. Big deal, yokas and money gets thrown at me. Now I'm having so much fun that I can't even go to sleep. You landing, where you at? Here I am, spitting fucking lyrics like blah, blah, blah. Changing, not fucking thinking, dollar I am twinkling. Let them in the jerky, let them get the funky. Hey, baby, boom, boom, people with the changing, not fucking thinking, dollar I am twinkling. Let them in the jerky, let them get the funky. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. I wish I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older,
Squad is that new shit. Got them saying they don't know what to do shit. You ain't never heard shit like this. Nah, motherfucker, this some new shit. Squad got that new shit. That you don't know what the fuck to do shit. That shit you never seen, that shit you never heard. Like damn, that's some new shit, new shit. Squad is that new shit. That new shit. That new shit. Squad is that new shit. That new shit. That new shit. Squad is that new shit. Squad. That new shit. Yeah. Squad is that new shit. New shit. That motherfucking new shit. New shit.
Like my god, they in new seats. Got them all looking foolish. And I'm about to come and
This now. Squad is that new shit.
My bars are hard, concrete base. I want bars that's not too far away. Can you keep up, bruh? Pick a different pace. Pedal to the
New shit.
on the fluids. Gotta see a doctor to improve it. Doctor said stay up on your fluids. I invested all in them.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in through the breaks. You guys are absolutely amazing and hanging with me through everything. We're jumping into another Draven Does It All cast, where I cast your replays. So make sure you send me your replays to dravenreplay@gmail.com, and that way I can get your games casted. And if you'd like, I'll send you local files. You can put them on your YouTube or check them up on my YouTube. All the games from today will be in the VOD section of this Twitch channel and also be on YouTube. So make sure you guys use the chat commands in chat to find out where you can find all the information on where everything's at. So without further ado, let's get this going into an already started game. Spawning in the bottom left is the blue Zerg player it is Legendus. And spawning in the top right is the red Terran player. It is Zeta. Zeta is the user that sent me his replays. He sent me over about 30 separate replays that I've been casting with you all day yesterday and today. So I've been having a great time watching his game. So make sure you guys, if you do see him in chat, that is StarCraft2 Zeta. Make sure you give him a shout out. That is SC2 Zeta in chat. And we'll see what is going on with the games. The Legend is taking out that Reaper, not even with the speed upgrade. So good job on that. We do see the swap out here from Zeta. Zeta throwing down that factory on top of that reactor. Barrick's going to jump into the tech lab, and we do see the starport. So we're going to see either Cyclone coming out or the quick Hellion play. I haven't really seen Zeta really pull off that play where he jumps into quick Hellion Hellbat play yet. But you know, he may surprise me. One thing that I do give credit for to Zeta, that he's done so well every game that I've watched him play in thus far, he gets crazy quick upgrades. And behind all this, Legendus takes that third base just on that 3-minute marker, which is great. He's going to be able to get that out. Has a lot of supply here at the moment, a lot of minerals. And we'll see where he decides to go. I think he's waiting to see some tech now from Zeta before he decides to make anything. We do see the cloak starting from Zeta, and he's going to go for Cloak Banshees against the Zerg player. That is going to be awesome if he gets it on the map. And 3 Hellions moving across the map there. Legend just sees it and has started making more lings behind this. Gets the Overlord speed upgrade at the same time. But hasn't decided to jump into Alaria and hasn't done any Spore Crawlers. That he might change his mind once he sees the Banshee on the map. Hellions are here. And good split from Legendus, getting lings from the front coming in from, and then lings from the back, just going to swarm it and gets the surround on top of these Hellions, and all the Hellions gets completely caught, and Zeta loses everything. And now there's a huge attack now from Legendus coming, and Legendus sees that Banshee. More queens start up in the queue. And there goes one Spore Crawler. And the lings from Legendus aren't really going to get that far in. Because there's just a lot. There's a wall there. Here comes the Banshee. Spore Crawler is just about to finish. And his Banshee's going to come in. He's going to try to get some kills. Cloak just starts. And here he goes. This Banshee's going to start getting some drone kills. And so far, 3 drone kills. Good job. That's for 5 drone kills total. Almost gets number 6. And more Spore Crawlers are on the map now for... Legend just is, looks like he's going to be jumping into, like, get Bane's going right now. He's got the Evolution Chip over here in the back, which is kind of unusual positioning for it, but as a Zerg player, I like to put mine a little bit more in the front. But maybe just wants to hide the fact that he's getting these upgrades. And like I said before, you know, something you can always guarantee Zeta for, he's getting upgrades. He's got the +1 and the armor starting. He's got the stem upgrade that's about to finish here shortly. And he's getting more barracks on more barracks. And looks like he's going to try to jump into some bio plays right now. And Legendus is going to see... yep, there he goes. He sees that the third base from Zeta is getting established. And let's see if this triggers an attack from him, if he wants to try to stop that third base from happening. We do see the melee upgrade and the Carapace upgrade now starting for Legendus. So Legendus really wants to get on par with the same kind of upgrade. Zeta, you can't Move out with your supply depot open, buddy. A lot of SUVs are trapped. Marines are trapped. Everything's trapped. Everything's trapped here, man. This would be terrible if some Banes got some good hits on that. Here comes Lings, but again, Zeta is just unfortunately doesn't realize that his whole army is trapped and he's not going to be able to get in. And these Lings are going to be able to get into this base. And Zeta, unfortunately, was just out of position. There he goes. Lowers the supply depot now. And losing out a little bit, but a lot of Lings rush in here. Widowmines start burrowing and gets good hits. Huge hit. That range was ridiculous on that Widowmine. And Marine stem forward getting down that Overlord. And here comes Cloak Banshee. Looking like we wanted to pick up a couple SUV kills, or excuse me, drone kills. Wasn't able to do it though. And Zeta was able to keep that third base established here. This Cloak Banshee is going after Lings. Just to be super annoying. And like I said, now the +2 range and armor upgrade for Zeta has stepped. Like I said, he's going to be so good with his upgrades. I am not surprised at how quickly he's getting his upgrades. Carapace and melee upgrade is about to finish now for Legendist, but Tier 2 has already started and about halfway done here from Zeta for his upgrades. And Legend is taking that fourth, that gold base here, and right now it's gonna go. Oh, there's mutas on the map though. Mutas clean up this Banshee. Banshee didn't have any time to cloak, and now since there's mutas on the map, Zeta's got to be really careful in getting some turrets up, getting extra Marines out, getting extra. You may want to start considering getting Thors out to. Stop this from happening. We do see the upgrade happening now from Zeta, and the +2 is about to finish here from Zeta. Zeta's going to have definitely the higher upgrades. Like I said before, you can guarantee that Zeta will always have upgrades. Every map, without fail, he is constantly getting upgrades. And the Muta's going to try to fly into the base of Zeta, start doing some economical damage. But he's going to fly right into these Marines. Marines pick off a Muta, gets a second Muta. Almost gets a third Muta, and those Mutas are basically worthless at the moment. They may help to stop drops. But Legend just takes that fourth base and takes the gold, so he needs to start, really using that to his advantage. +2 is finishing up here. We do see the air upgrade has started now for Zeta. Looks like he's going to try to transition and get into some Vikings. +2 Carapace and melee upgrade for Legend has started, so he's really going to start investing into those Lings. And the fourth base from Zeta. Is he going to get these turrets up in time, though? That's a lot of mutas, but he's going to fly up. Is he going to see it? There they go. They see it. The turrets are up. Is it going to be enough, though? That actually pushes this entire army up. And here's the Marines coming in. The Banes have the speed upgrade. They're trying to get the surround on top of Zeta's army. Zeta is not splitting his army up. Banes are rolling in. Widowmines are attacking. The rest of it, the last little bit of the mutas are cleaned up. And Zeta's army was huge, taking massive hits. As you can see, he was able to get enough split that, unfortunately for Legendist, was not able to keep up. And Zeta takes the game off of Legendist. And good job, Zeta. Zeta is, again, one of the guys that keeps sending me his replays. So if you guys want your replays casted, send them to me, dravenreplay@gmail.com, and I'll get them up on the channel casting, and I'll cut them to a YouTube video just for you. Alright guys, that looks like it's going to be it for me for now. Make sure you guys, if you enjoyed the channel, throw me the follow below. Let me know you guys are enjoying it. I will be back tomorrow starting as early as 9 a.m. PST. And hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys send me more of your replays. Might be streaming some games, some ladder tonight. Might be doing some Overwatch tonight. Who knows? But I'll be streaming your games tomorrow. This is Draven Does It All. I am Draven. You guys have some wonderful evening. And I'm about to throw it to some host. Who am I going to host? Infantry Kickstarter. Kickstarter it is. Kickstarter is an amazing guy. I want to freaking always take care of this dude. You guys have yourself a good rest of your night. And again, I am Draven. Thank you guys so much for throwing me those follows. I appreciate it. Send me your replays, dravenreplay@gmail.com. check out my YouTube. All the games today will be on my YouTube channel. You guys have a good night.